Internet, my name is Rambling and welcome to the Man Cave. Roll intro! So if you're watching this video on the brand new G.E.L Entertainment YouTube page, you're probably wondering two things. One, how did I end up here? And two, what the hell is a G.E.L? Well, G.E.L Comics slash G.E.L slash G.E.L Entertainment is a little project that me and two of my best friends have been working on for a while now. It originally started as a Facebook page where we could post all of our nerdy stuff so the three of us could see it with one another. And then we formed a podcast out of it, and now it's slowly becoming a banner where we can actually share all of our content under one kind of general name. G.E.L stands for the last names of the three founding members. Matt Guilford, myself, Ray Emling, and Chaz Lewis. So you're probably wondering what's with all this branding. To be honest, it's not even about getting famous or anything like that. After spending as much time with these two guys as I have, you start seeing the creativity between the three of us and how we're sitting on a bunch of really great ideas. And I just wanted a place to be able to showcase that to the world. Would it be awesome to expand our audience? Absolutely. Is it our only focus? Is that the reason why we're doing it? Absolutely not. If you're watching this right now, thank you. We appreciate every single person who views any of our content. Real quick, let me share a little bit about us so that way you know who we are. I'll go with me first because there's not a whole lot to tell. I grew up in a really small town called G.E.L, Illinois. Nothing too tiny, but compared to where I am now, it was small. I also went to a private school, so finding friends, especially ones that had the same interests as you, was tough. I met Matt in 1999 or 2000. I'm not exactly sure which. It's whatever year I went into 4th grade. This was my first time being at a real school. I actually started off being homeschooled, and yeah, you could say I was socially awkward when I finally made it to a real school. Matt was pretty quiet and kept to himself, but we had a mutual friend that kind of brought us together and we hung out a little bit, and we ended up bonding over two major things that were a major part of my childhood and probably a lot of people's who grew up in the 90s. Pokemon and Digimon. Now, most people probably know what Pokemon is. I know I did in 4th grade. But Matt was actually the one to introduce me to Digimon. Now, Digimon is kind of like Pokemon's older, cooler brother. I've actually seen a meme on the internet that was something along the lines of how to make a Pokemon. You take a regular animal, you alter it slightly, you add an elemental power, and poof, you got one. How to make a Digimon. You take a regular animal, you slap a crap ton of mechanical parts on it, throw a rocket launcher on that bad boy, and boom, you're there. And it was kind of true. If you really take a look at the base form of a Digimon, it was very animalistic in nature. And then as it started to evolve, Digivolve, trademark, they just ended up becoming like cyborg versions of their original form. But that's way off track and that's for another day. We'll get back to that. Matt and I kind of bonded over Digimon. I think in the beginning I annoyed him a little bit, but like I said, I was homeschooled and I was socially awkward, so it's not my fault, you know? I had to learn. Over time, I ended up growing on him, like a fungus. Now the only way he's gonna get rid of me is if he spends the extreme amount of money to remove me. Like a fungus. Now Matt and I have a great relationship, and we have a lot of the same interests. In fact, G.E.L Comics was actually started off of a sci-fi action comic book Matt and I had an idea for that we were going to call World War V. But that's another story for another time, and it didn't really get started, so maybe one day we'll finish that, but maybe not, who knows. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Now, Chaz. Chaz and I met a few years later back in 2005. Chaz was one grade higher than me, so we didn't talk a whole lot at first until we ended up having Spanish together. Now, I don't know if you've ever taken Spanish in high school, but if you have, you know that it's incredibly boring. So boring, in fact, that you're willing to do anything it takes to kind of take your mind off of it. Even talking to the fat white kid behind you. I'll never forget the first time we met. Hey, what's your name again? Raymond. Raymond's my name. Ramen? Like a noodle? That's a stupid name. No. Raymond, totally different name. Totally different. Man, I'ma call you Noodle. Okay. Sorry for the terrible impression of you, Chaz. That's just how it comes out and you know that. Deal with it. and thus sparked a beautiful friendship. He still sometimes calls me Noodle. We grew closer over the course of the semester, and as we kind of started talking, we realized we had two major similarities between each other. One, we really liked comic books. And two, we both had a little bit of a penchant for violence. I'm not kidding, we're both incredibly aggressive people, which is why I think we became close in the first place. You see, Chaz and I at the time both had friends that were a little on the smaller side and did not enjoy getting beat to a bloody pulp for fun. But seriously, we were both only children that needed that brotherly relationship. You know, the one where you can beat the hell out of each other and then go to Cracker Barrel for lunch right after. So all that being said, you're probably wondering why I'm telling you this. I believe for you to understand why we do the things we do and why we decided to make this channel, this brand, is to understand who we are as people. We're not just three guys out there that want to get famous and want to make a ton of money and quit our jobs. We're just three buddies that really enjoy nerdy, comic booky, video game stuff and want to create some awesome ideas. Alright, so this ended up becoming much more serious than I wanted, but I just wanted to kind of share a little bit about who we are. I promise if this man cave idea gets any steam at all, that it'll be a lot more nerdy and funny. So for anyone watching this right now, I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me and my friends a chance to share some of our great ideas with you and hopefully make you laugh and entertain you. I mean, I think that's pretty much all I had left to say, so without further ado, I'm Ray Emling and thanks for joining me in the Man Cave.